All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Parking Lot Podcast. Today I have Micah Funck on. We've known each other since like my 11th grade year.
My freshman year.
His freshman year. When we took Spartan charge. So how's it been?
Oh, it's been going pretty great. You know, how's life been when graduating?
It's mid.
Yeah.
I miss high school.
I can't wait to get out of here.
You're a senior next year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How's Ren? Is he?
I kind of started talking to him. I mean, I kind of moved on with life. It was just more of we just got farther apart from each other.
I'm just trying to think of anyone I know that's still on ROTC. Or that one girl, I saw her at Maverick or Casey's.
Oh, Bridgman?
It's like that one in Glenpool.
Yeah, because she works there.
My friend, we went in there yesterday before we went shooting, and he's like, she worked at Brahms.
I work there now.
You work at Brahms right now?
Yeah.
That one?
Yep, I'm gonna pay like $13 an hour. I ain't gonna say anything in case certain people watch this, which they might. But
dude, my friend worked there.
It's pretty good. I'll put it that way. It's pretty good.
What do you do? Drive through? Cash?
Sometimes drive through. In the first window, just take payment. Most of the time, I'm up front on call line, just helping drive through or taking orders or just scooping ice cream.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah. Do you ever work grocery?
No. Sometimes I'll go over there to bring someone up if there's no one over there, but generally not.
Who's that older guy? Who's like the manager?
I think. What does he look like?
Like late 50s, early middle 60s. White hair.
Is he AM or PM?
Probably PM.
PM, let me think. Is he bald?
I don't know. He has white hair.
He does.
I don't know. I just seen him there almost every time we go.
I think you're talking about Mike. Does he wear suspenders?
Yeah, he's been there for like 10 years.
Yes, it's Mike. I love Mike.
He's such
a chill guy.
He is. You were at Cane's before?
Yes.
Yeah, and then is that the one you slipped and fell at?
Yeah, that's the one I slipped and fell because I was running in the building.
In the walk-in or the?
No, it was actually by the dish sink. So non-slip shoes, they protect against oil. They don't protect against ice or water because I slipped on a patch of water.
Dude, I just wore my old Timbs.
Yeah.
I just wore boots and it worked. I only slipped like once.
Yeah, it's mainly for oil things. And that's mainly what non-slips are for. It's to protect against like oil, like because it's like really slippery.
No, yeah, it gets slippery in there.
Yeah.
How was Cane's? Better or worse than Brahms?
I feel like the overall rush and the aspect of it, I feel like that one was more chill, but I am making a little bit more here.
Yeah.
This one is a lot more work than it is at Cane's, but you know.
Same hours.
I'd rather do, it's actually more. I'm averaging now so far looks like 23 hours a week, just back to back. Not complaining, but I do kind of wish it was spread out so I could at least take care of some schoolwork and not have to be tired all the time. So.
What electives do you have?
This year, I've taken ROTC for both that and drum ceremony. In fact, tomorrow we have our awards banquet and change of staff ceremony.
Awesome.
So after this is about to be the completion of my third year, I finally have worked hard enough to get pinned to first sergeant, so I made it to staff now, which is pretty much the people in charge of more running the program. Like
Fleetwood?
Yep. I'm on the Glenpool side because we do a joint thing with Glenpool, so I was moving to Glenpool side this year because they're starting to decline, so I'm becoming their first sergeant. So
Glenpool's numbers are declining?
Yes.
And so if Bixby and Glenpool didn't combine, would there be a program at all?
We could, at the time, no, because when we combined, because it was actually in the news, our program almost got shut down due to lack of numbers, so he brought Glenpool in to try to straighten those numbers. Now without Glenpool, we have enough numbers. We have 40 incoming 8th graders next year. That's almost a company by itself. So next year, we'll be at the battalion level technically, and then the year after that, we'll officially have the battalion commander level. So our numbers are increasing on Bixby side. Glenpool's, they haven't really gained, but they just decreased a few. So we need to kind of get their numbers up, hopefully.
So what didn't they used to let 8th graders in?
Yeah, they still let 8th graders
in. And like I want to say like 2019 There was like 8th graders were allowed in.
Yeah, there's a couple times where they stopped doing that, but now they're letting it back in.
Because I remember I was gonna join my freshman year, but then COVID happened.
Yeah, that was
and
COVID year sucked for everyone from what I found out, because it sucked because you have to do everything virtual and trying to do certain things.
I did not understand virtual. You have to do drill on Zoom or something.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like it's pretty much pretty difficult. So it's like, yeah, so it was very difficult for a lot of people there.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest regrets in high school is not joining ROTC. I don't care.
I mean, there's a lot of drama in it, so to each his own. So if you can tolerate the drama,
wearing the uniform and like carrying around like doing the drills and stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty fun,
but yeah,
it's pretty fun what you do.
When was the last time you saw Kevin?
The day I got pinned to staff sergeant, which is funny because he's the dude who I kept reminding him about the second part of my staff sergeant board, and he kept ignoring it. So the day he came back from boot camp was actually the day he watched me get pinned to staff sergeant, the very rank that he pretty much kind of failed to get me to, which I thought was very funny. Was he the highest ranked? No, he was third. He was the lowest officer possible.
Who's the highest ranked in the class of 24?
24, it was Carmichael, because she was a captain.
Yeah.
And now we just promoted our captain to major. So we have that.
I saw Kevin at TCC and I was like, I thought you were full-time Marines. He's
I know he went reserves.
I thought he was full-time.
He got banned from our building because he came back and tried to take over things.
What?
He did. He kind of saw that arrogant side of him when he came back from basic. There was a side of him you didn't see, and there was an arrogant side in ROTC. He would get very competitive, kind of very arrogant.
So, like, he just came by, like, as a private citizen, or, like, he volunteered?
No, he just stopped by. I don't think without any notice. Stopped by, tried to reteach certain things, and then apparently he had multiple complaints against him, so me instructor was just like, yeah, I can't have that. Yeah, like, I stopped by twice, or at least twice since I graduated, to help move stuff and see the new building, and I went to like the front desk and signed it. Usually when you graduate from Marine boot camp, most of the time, most people are generally pretty fine, but then you got those few who boot camp didn't do anything to them. But, I mean, they're so arrogant that
he did it. I mean, I would never do it. Yeah. But I mean, that's crazy.
It seemed like he didn't really change much, actually.
I don't know. One of my friends is gonna go. He's gonna go to MEPS. What does that stand for?
Medical Entry Processing Station. So that's where they medically evaluate you, look at all your medical history and see if you're cleared physically and mentally for the military. My friend, I paid him like $100. I was like, all right, because he wanted to join the military, and I was like, okay, I'll give you $100 if you go through basic. And so he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to MEPS June 2nd. I was like, all right. I'll give you $100, but you can't fail basic. Nah, it ain't worth that $100.
You have to do that. He's like, "Where's my $100 at?" I'm like, dude, you don't even sworn in or anything.
Ooh.
Like, you could fail out of MEPS.
I know. That's just where most people are denied. That's like majority where people try to go, and then that's where majority of the people are denied is MEPS.
Yeah, I mean, there's like waivers for certain things, but
yeah, you can get waivers, but a lot of the branches don't like printing waivers because it's a lot of paperwork on their end. Yeah. But I don't know. He just wants to go to the Air Force, maybe engineering, 4 years, go to college for free, get out. Well, better hope his ASVAB score is high enough.
He got a 75.
I scored a 63, and I still can't get in the Air Force because they want really high ASVAB scores.
What would you do in the Air Force?
Probably mechanic. It's a good career, and then even after service, it's another better career.
That's what he's talking about yesterday. He's like, yeah, like they get out and they have no skills. Like you want to get out and use your.
I mean, most Marines when they get out, they usually become a cop or security officer because I mean that's all they learned. How to fight and how to shoot. Like enemy there, shoot.
So you went to the recruiter station?
No, I reached out to them. He came to the high school and I tried to enlist in the National Guard, reserves, but a lot of them don't want. They say. We could print out a waiver, but they don't want to print out the waiver.
What would you have to get a waiver for?
Medication.
Oh.
That's the main reason.
You know Hunter Gillo?
Yes.
Yeah, he told me he's waiting for like the waiver, and then he's gonna join the Marines or Army or something. I don't remember what he said.
Yikes! Because to even get in the Marines, you have to pass a PFT, which is like a 3 mile run on it, and you have to get a specific time.
Yeah.
It's very like that's their standard alone to even process you in the MEPS and all paperwork.
I think about it all the time, but I don't know. Not right now. Just gotta go to college.
Yeah, fair enough.
And like most people I talk to are supported, but then like other people aren't.
Yeah.
But it's like the age range. Like if you're under 25, then you like they mostly aren't supportive.
Yeah.
They're over.
And people who started actually supported because they remember when they first enlisted.
My friend, his parents were both in like the Air Force or the Navy, and they told us their kids do not join. Like that's crazy.
I mean, there's certain experiences people have. A lot of people, I mean, they do say that because just based like if they know their kid, they know how they won't. There's a specific way you're treated and how you have to do certain things. So
Yeah.
if you can't deal with that, then yeah, you probably shouldn't join. If you can't put up with that.
Yeah. I mean, I know some people that like I think I could like go through Army basic. I mean,
you don't seem like the type of person who would actually argue.
Yeah,
you would just probably be quiet, which is actually better for you.
And I've talked to a lot of veterans. Like at my school, there's like this one dude who's in my class. I think he's like the oldest classmate I've ever had, and he was an Army captain or something, and he runs his own nonprofit for veterans, and he's really cool. And I talked to him about the Army for like an hour, and he's like, "Yeah, you can do it. You just you just get yelled at and you do stuff, but that's the point. Like if you can't handle that, I can do that.
Yeah,
I just don't want to do the medical background stuff.
Yeah, that's what kills a lot of people.
I mean, I'm not going to fail. I don't think. I just don't want to do that stuff. But the uniform and the drills and the guns.
A lot of it is more. There's also a lot of it. It's just like pointless. It's just like pointless things as well. It's to basically teach you, like like certain punishments they'll have you do. It's like trying to mop up the sun or something. It's not an actual punishment. The whole point of that is an exercise. It's just to show you. It's just to kind of teach you a lesson there. It's really weird because it's like all the military punishments, they're more clever. It's more, instead of an actual task, it's more of just you screwed around, so here's your punishment, rather than having to do this exercise. Here, go mop up the sunshine.
Yeah. And I've looked on the Go Army website and like different stuff, and I don't know what I would want to do, but I was like infantry, just do that, and then I was like, my dream would be to become a like drill sergeant, yell at people.
Yeah, I don't see you really being the type of people to yell because you have to be loud.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you train, you go to Fort Jackson, and you.
Well, Marine drill instructors are usually, when they train, like someone's gonna be a Marine drills. Can be a Marine drill instructor. I'll
be an Army drill sergeant. And like I hear most Army drill sergeants, I don't know about if this is true or not, but they're like told to do it. They're like, all right, you're doing this. Not a lot of people actually like volunteer or sign up to do that.
I think so. I know
you don't sign up, but you have to like be in for a little bit.
I know Marines can. A lot of them will. A lot of them, I think, most of the ones I've seen, they're usually NCOs or staff NCOs, and so they're at least a sergeant, staff sergeant, gunnery sergeant. I think I've seen one that was actually a corporal, but it's very rare to see anything below a sergeant. Your average Marine drill instructor is at least going to be a staff sergeant.
I talked to this other dude in one of my classes who's in the Marines, and he's like, I wore my dress blues like twice.
Yeah,
and I see this other stuff. Like I just saw a Marine ad the other day. They're wearing their uniforms on a ship or something.
That's another thing I've heard is
like, you don't ever get to wear it. Like what?
Yeah. Unless it's a Marine Corps birthday ball or
a
certain ceremony occasion, but generally you will never ever. From what I've heard,
4 years he wore it once.
Yeah, you'll never ever wear your dress uniform.
And then you have to buy all your stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea. You have to buy every single thing.
You do. You get like a certain amount of money in your paycheck that is basically this is the amount you have for all your uniform items.
I don't know. If I join though, I'm not gonna do the 4 years. Get out. I would stay in. Until retirement.
You can also join the reserves, National Guard.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna try to do: join the reserves, the National Guard, and then continue to become the police cadet program that I'm in.
Yeah, I keep seeing that on what's his name's Caden? No, that's not his name. That one dude I keep seeing on his post, and then I saw Truett on one of them. I miss Truett so much. Remember Officer Kendrick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Officer.
I saw him yesterday at my friend's church, and I was like, "What is he doing here? Long time no see." And he goes to that church, and so he volunteers for security. But I asked him about it. It's like, "Do you ever work with the like cadet program thing?" He's like, "No."
Yeah, because it's Tulsa. They just relaunched the program now.
Yeah, I was like, "Dude, if this was a thing when I was in high school."
It just came back because they shut it down for a little bit to transition from the Boy Scouts to public safety cadets because of all the lawsuits with. So there was a period where they shut it down and they just relaunched it like back in March.
That's crazy. Literally, anytime I want to do something, or it's like after you graduate, or But whatever.
No, we just got our full uniforms and stuff for them now. So
I saw it. It was sick.
Yeah, we got our duty belts and stuff.
But then, so like, what do you? I mean, after it's over, you should just have that in your closet?
No, we have to turn it back in.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah, so generally, it's all the way from ages 14 to 20. And the reason for 20 is because 21 is when when TPD will hire.
14 to 20?
The theory, so what it's supposed to be is you join the cadet program. Let's say you join it at 14, you do all that. So, let's say you get your college degree, your 4-year college degree. By the time you hit 20 and by the time you hit 21, so you won't be in the program, you can be hired.
That's crazy. From 14 to 21?
It's 14 to 20 because 21 is when you get hired.
That's crazy.
That's when about the average of law enforcement will hire.
And then I know this one guy who was a police officer at 18.
I've
researched it so much, different states.
TCSO, I think hires. I think you can be a detention officer at level 18, age 18, which I think is weird. Because I'm like, you're putting an 18-year-old in the charge of a bunch of prisoners. So yeah, like that's gonna go
at the high school last year. There was a job fair, and they're like trying to hire like prison guards. I'm like, that's crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't be a prison guard because it's very. And you have to be on constant edge, and I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to have their gun.
No.
They're not allowed to have their gun, so you're pretty much.
Because you just shoot the prisoner. Or they get it from you.
I think the only reason, it's mainly for safety because they'll just grab it from you. I think the biggest thing, the only reason when they can't have it is if it's in the middle of not even in a riot. Because
they just get the bing bag gun.
They'll just they usually call in a special team that comes. They usually come in. TCSO has someone. I think it's like a special response team. They come in the prison if it's being rowdy. They'll come in, and I think they're authorized to use lethal force if the prisoners are rioting. It's basically SWAT, but for prisoners.
I saw this program. It's called like the Blue Shirt program in I don't know what state, but it's like they let 18-year-olds become officers because of the shortage. But they didn't they just did basic stuff like office work and
interesting.
Like they didn't get a gun and like go on patrol.
Interesting.
And I was like, I kind of want to be a cop. And then I see all this stuff. It's like, join up now. Like, join the Tulsa PD. But then you have to have a bachelor's. You can't you can't just join up.
Jinx.
Because I thought you just had to have a GED or a high school diploma.
I know Jinx, you don't have to. In OKC, you don't have to. Which is
you
one
shouldn't
of my
have to. You just go to the police academy.
Usually, even if you're in the military, usually it's like you can usually waive that if you have military service, but even TPD, even if you're in the military, it doesn't matter. They still want the 4-year.
That's crazy.
Degree. It's like one of the very few places. It's like one of very few.
Maybe if they get a shortage, it's bad enough. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah, that's what I might do. I went to OKC and become a cop there. I don't think I need a college degree there. So
I was like, I want to be a cop out of spite because everyone's like, not everyone, but people are like, I hate cops. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna become a cop now.
Yeah, you better hope you don't tell them that because that's the wrong way. They'll probably turn you around instantly.
No, I'm not. But the uniform and the police car. Having a police car would be awesome.
Yeah.
Having be a captain or something, like not captain, but have a rank.
His thing is being captain is a lot of paperwork. It's more of a desk job.
Yeah, that's the boring part. I want to be on patrol the whole time. I was just trying to think of
that's why most people. I know, like sergeants, you'll see sergeants around, they're supervisors, so they get to they're usually supervisors, but they're still in the field, so generally they'll kind of stick with that because they don't want to promote up, say like a lieutenant or something, because they don't want to be stuck at a desk.
Or a deputy. I would want to be a deputy so bad.
Deputy is like
that'd be cool.
Deputy is like the sheriff's equivalent of a cop. So you got
that was what I'm thinking. I'm like, I watch a lot of cowboy stuff. I'm like, I want to be deputy.
So if you're So every TCSO officer, they're referred to as deputies, and then all the other regular police officers as officers. Deputies more of a title in an actual rank.
Be deputized, wear a sheriff's badge, or a deputized badge.
Yeah.
So Kyle's the new principal at
Yep.
Bixby. Yep.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember him. I mean, he might do a good job. I assume he will.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard. Just don't be an idiot.
Yeah. Don't be an idiot like Repulsion.
I heard so many different stories.
I did too. I don't even know.
Like, I don't even know. But whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to the high school. I don't even know how many weeks ago. Several.
I saw you.
I went there several weeks ago to talk to Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and other people, and see the new building. It's so weird because, like, I don't know what I want to be exactly, but I'm thinking for now, just get a bachelor's in history and then go be a teacher at Bixby. And then I'm walking through the halls with what's his name? Arthur Brock. I'm walking the halls with him, and it's like closed off. The whole like English wing and all attendance offices blocked off. The cafeteria, band equipment, the library, esports. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not what I wanted. I wanted to teach in the building. Like, I wanted Mr. Sullivan's old classroom.
Yeah. I don't even know what they're gonna do with the rest of that.
I heard they're just going to tear it down. The whole English wing, tear it down. Administrative wing, block, tear that down and redo something. But I'm like, I hate the new building. It's so modern and gross.
I kind of like it.
And the iPads are so stupid.
iPads are annoying because trying to edit Google Slides is a pain.
I like the Chromebooks. I liked Spartan Charge. That was fun.
I like the Chromebooks because they're more better just for everyday use. than
Yeah.
iPad is more for something really quickly.
We could
The
fix
Chromebooks
those.
are more useful because it's a laptop. You know, if you need to move a file, you can put on a thumb drive. On this one, it's such a pain now to move files around.
I don't like it. And then
Their Go Guardian thing depletes your battery. I checked it because everyone's battery dies. It's because the Go Guardian thing runs in the background 24/7. It literally said 100% of battery usage. I was like, that's when my iPad dies. Like, doesn't even last a full day. The Chromebook, I can charge it, not charge it for a whole week, and it still have almost
Basically.
battery. iPads don't. They're blocking everything, like YouTube Shorts. They're blocking everything. So it's like I can't even do work sometimes because they'll block a website. And I'm like, I need this as a reference, but they blocked it. And it's really stupid.
My favorite things is the new the new screens, or like the TVs now. They're all not working, or like people are hacking them. It's like,
Yeah, because you can really connect it to it easily. You just gotta get the code.
yeah, I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I wish we could go back to all the old stuff.
Yeah, I kind of like it and don't. I like it because it's just a nice, bigger building, and the lunches are more. There's like 3 different. There's like pizza, and there's like 2 other options, and there's just
The cafeterias are crazy. Dude, I took that as a class. I took a class offered by the company that built it.
Mhm.
I remember it when it was studs and nothing and just concrete. And then I walked through and I'm like, this used to be this. This used to be. I got on the roof. My name is on the roof of the building. Like,
I remember seeing it. I remember there was like nothing there, and
And
then
then
they just kept building.
they're not allowed to use the balconies anymore,
I don't know. So
or something. You're not allowed up there or something.
technically without permission, but a lot. If you're cutting through it, you're allowed. If you're cutting through it, because I do that all the time.
Yeah.
No one stops me because it's a shortcut down there
Yeah,
because there's a staircase.
but like I was like,
It's because
dude,
they're worried people are gonna try to jump on the balcony. I'm like, well, if it was that worried, then why the heck did you build this balcony? in
who
the first
built?
place?
Yeah, like I was talking to Mr. Shaw about, like, dude, who builds it? If it's
that bad, then why did you build the balcony in the first place?
But I don't know. And then like all the stairs, you have to like ask permission to use the stairs.
What?
Like those stairs that they built for studying,
Oh, the learning stairs.
the learning stairs, and the different furniture and the equipment.
Yeah.
And
It's more designed for classes to go out there and use.
dude, like the classrooms or like the lecture halls. It's just like college.
Yeah.
It's
All
and
the classes.
all the teachers have offices.
Mhm.
There's a coffee shop. That should have been a class. If that is it not?
I don't think so.
Who runs it?
The cafeteria staff.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But that should be a class.
It's because you'd have to have a learner's working permit, and also it is a whole more legal justifications
yeah.
because they could because someone could say, hey, they offer us a class, but it's technically free labor and also in a sense.
Well, I mean, that was Spartan charge. We fixed stuff.
I mean, Spartan charge was more of like, you're actually doing something useful.
Dude, I remember seeing some of my friends work as like lunch.
Spartan charge is actually fun because you can actually get to sit there and fix computers.
Like cafeteria staff.
From Spartan charge, you also learn the hardware of computers.
I think I could still fix like a.
Oh, I bet I could too.
A G7.
Nah, you give me one of the Lenovo's. I could probably do the whole keyboard replacement because you have to remove every component in there.
An Acer, dude.
Oh, I hated Acers. Every time I got an Acer to fix, I just gave up because I was sick of it.
Because you just go put it back with the ticket on.
You have that stupid fan. The fan gets in the way half the time, and then half the components are just done. I like doing the Lenovo's, especially the keyboard replacement, because I get to remove every component and put it back in.
Dude, I miss that class so much.
Yeah,
I miss everyone. Dude, because it was me and you. I remember the first day of class.
And then
me, you, Wesley, some dude that left immediately.
Yeah.
Marin.
Yeah.
And then Braden.
Yeah, Braden. I remember.
Was that the next semester? Or was that semester?
That was the next semester. I remember I had a lot of fun there because I could sit there. I fixed a lot of computers. The biggest pain was when was fixing hinges or the LCD cable replacement because you have to snake it through. On some of them, you have to and then
all on the side.
Then the HP keyboards because you have to undo it. And there's a little ribbon. There's two ribbons, a trackpad, and that one you got to sit there and meticulously tuck in.
I hated that so much.
I like the Lenovo's better because you just unscrew it, pop the deal off. It's not when you have to undo the keyboard. Lenovo's much easier.
Yeah. Wesley, I wonder where he is now. Probably college somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's in college.
Just I remember he got a job offer from the Navy for nuclear engineering.
Yeah, he just turned it down.
And so yeah, he's at college. That table, I asked if I could have it, but she said they gave it to the drama department. Yeah. I was like, because she said they're gonna throw it out. I was like, no, I will keep that and use it as.
That's where we get all our furniture in ROTC, all our staff desks and desks. And stuff we literally get them from the dumpster. We just got the other half because we shared it with the maintenance. They got their own building, so we got the other half. So we turned it into a garage where Marine Instructor parks his little side by side. There's a little gator in there. And
that's cool.
It's in there, and we got lockers which we literally grabbed from the dumpster.
Dude, I dumpster dive.
That's how we get all of our furniture. Is when we see working equipment, we just grab it and we're like, oh hey, free equipment.
Dude, after I helped move stuff over, I dumpster dive, and I wanted one of those old school desks that have those views that we used to have. They're all broken, the wooden ones.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I want one, and so they're like, you can take as many as you want. I went on Facebook Marketplace to buy one, and it's $50-$60
Dang.
Used. And so I'm like, dude, there's dozens of desks. So if they're still there at the high school, because all those classrooms are just abandoned.
Yeah.
Or they're storage.
I don't know. They may give it to us. I think I've heard some stuff. They may give it to us.
I just want one though.
For our program, because our program we're starting to get so large that we can't hardly fit in this building. So
you said the what program?
Our ROTC program is kind of getting bigger. So as we grow, there's a chance that we could end up taking over one of the hallways, abandoned hallways, which is better to use. And we actually have separate classrooms. I mean, it'd be a lot of more work just trying to organize how our building structure.
Increase recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
Start putting up flyers.
Yeah.
And I looked up. I was like, because I go to a community college, and I'm like, is there an ROTC program? And there's not. The only thing they have there is an orchestra type thing, and then they have a debate team. And then so I started a club. We've never done anything. I joined this fake government club where I'm the vice president, and then I don't know. That's pretty much it. But so I could join OSU's ROTC program. But
it's a lot stricter.
Yeah.
ROTC and JROTC. ROTC is more stricter with stuff.
I see I follow their Instagram and they post. It looks fun, but there's no way I could get to Stillwater like that.
Yeah.
I would take the bus like my brother does. I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, then I could actually join the real military, but not right now. But I remember the National Guard when they came to the high school, and we had to go to the auditorium. And they're like, you can join at 17. Like that's crazy.
I'm trying to do that, but medication stopped me. Otherwise, I would have signed my papers.
Like that is crazy.
You have to have your parents say, my parents don't want to sign off on it.
But you can join any branch at 17.
It's only you can join Marines.
I
know you can join Marines.
You can enlist at 17, but you can't be deployed at 17.
Yeah, so that's how it was for Army. When I looked for it, I could have gone to boot camp, done half of it, the split training option, done half of it, and then do AIT, which is the job training and more individual training after I graduate high school, so I could complete basic first. But unless I can get a waiver signed, because I turned 18 this June, so I can still sign the paperwork myself. So unless I can somehow miraculously get a waiver signed and pass METS, then I won't be doing boot camp. So it's really a shame. I was really hoping to.
I've heard like crazy waiver stuff, like some recruiter got like this dude like weight slimming pills, or like they drove him to like the pharmacy to get like slimming meds, and
there's certain recruiters, they'll do anything to try to recruit.
I heard that's like one of the worst jobs.
It is. So they'll just sit there and try anything, which is why a lot of recruiters, you don't want to trust them, because they're trying to do anything to have you sign on the dotted line.
Whenever I see a recruiter on like at some type of career fair or something, I was like, I just want a free t-shirt. I don't want to sign nothing. But they're like, can you sign this so my boss knows? I'm like, fine. And they call me later and I just block him. But
yeah, that was on the Army track. They had their like little recruiting SUV, so you can go in there, and they had like a little pistol range. Now I used that. Now the problem was that the iron sights on the gun that they were using, it was like an airsoft gun, but it was like programmed to the screen. The iron sights were offset because I aimed. Because iron sights on a pistol, you're supposed to line up the little front blade with the back, and I did that. Apparently, and I missed some of them. So I was like, "What?" I'm like, "I know how to aim through iron sights. They're pretty much dummy proof. There's no optics, so you just gotta line it up." So I aimed the blade just higher than it should have been, and it hit the target. So I was like, "Yeah, they're just offset, just a tad bit."
I remember that. Like at the end of the year, maybe not there was a pistol range but like so when my senior year, second semester, there was like a huge career fair, job fair, and like they had like they had the motorcycles out there because they were trying to like get people to join. They're like, hey, look, when you join, you can buy a motorcycle, and they had like the pull-up bar, and they had the, this huge I think they had a Humvee.
That's something. Yeah, that's something the Marines do.
Or the Marines, I think.
I know there was that last year. It was actually a JLTV, Joint Light Tactical Vehicle. I recognized it because it's not an MRAPS, because an MRAPS is a lot bigger, but it was a Joint Light. Which, as you saw, there was a machine gun nest up there. So it's basically a Humvee, but lighter and more like mobile and more maneuverable.
I want a Humvee.
I know,
but I want a motorcycle more. I'm going to buy one after the summer.
Motorcycles is they have a high fatality rate because people are stupid and don't know how to drive.
I will be smart.
Well, it's not about you being smart. It's the other people that aren't drivers. Smart. Other people aren't smart, so they'll hit you and things. Because a lot of people don't like motorcycles.
Oh well.
Yeah. I wanted a motorcycle, but I'm like, nah, it's too risky.
Not a Harley, but like I want like a Ninja.
Oh, a sport one? Yeah,
I want a sport bike. That's green, white, black.
That's the type of one I would get.
Sport bike.
That's the type I would want to get. It's just the problem is all these TikTokers out there kind of setting a bad image. So it's like,
yeah, that's exactly why I want
over immediately.
I just saw a bunch of like TikToks and Instagram. It's like they're like speeding. They have no plates.
No, and then they like run. I'm like, you just recorded yourself committing a crime and then post it on social media. What do you think? They already are going to know where you live. You just recorded yourself committing a crime. So you're pretty much, any chance of you getting to walk free, you pretty much just lost because you recorded yourself committing said crime. I'm like, why do people do this?
It's for the clout.
I'm like, yeah, until...
I like when they like do the helmet thing.
Yeah, that's funny. I did that. I was doing that. There was a cop actually outside the high school. I was doing that thing, joking to my friends, like, look at the cop having to walk outside the doors. So I just point to him and do that. And I was like, look. And I was pointing to his car. I was like, look. And then the cop walks out. I'm like 2 seconds later, I was like,
yeah. But I saw like somehow I got onto like the algorithm of motorcycles.
Yeah, like, it's pretty easy. Instagram, I figured out how to work it. You just gotta like certain posts, and then generally when you do that, you know, it'll pop up your feed with more.
I have like 3 alt accounts, not for like bad stuff, but just to like because I have so many reels. I have over 1,000 reels saved, and so I have to like separate them per category.
I used to do that, and then I went in there and just deleted them all.
Dude, I've tried, and I spend an hour. I'm not even at the bottom. I'm like, I'm cooked.
I'll stop saving some of them because it's like.
And then I have to like, because I get followed by people from my church, and I know people, and I have to like, can't like this one.
What do you mean by that? What you mean by that?
If it's funny. But then, you can't like stuff.
Yeah, you can't like stuff because people will see. I learned that from Facebook, so I don't do that on Facebook. Because my parents are on Facebook.
I have no idea how Facebook
My parents are on Facebook, so I'm like, I don't want them to see me to like this post. I'm like, dark humor.
I blocked my mom.
They're like the most darkest thing possibly said. And I see I liked it, you know? That's going to raise some questions. I like Thanksgiving. But so, I see you like this post. Want to explain about that? I'm like, dude, I don't know.
But my brother, I see people that like crazy stuff. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like, this is on your personal.
That's why I also have a random account created. I literally named it Anonymous, and I don't follow anyone. I just sit there and
that's my problem too. Is
I just have that for mass like real scrolling because it helps. It resets my entire feed, so it can just literally be random.
Like,
so it doesn't actually pinpoint my feed to one or a few things. It actually I can have a variety of things.
I think I have it somewhat pinpointed to what I want, but like. I follow like 6,000 people.
Oh my gosh, I follow a lot of people.
And that's the max. And so I had to go through and like unfollow.
I removed. That's not the max people you can follow because
it's not.
No, you see.
I followed the max, and it's like, dude, you can't follow any more people. Like,
I don't think that's the max because there's some people that you can follow. Like follow a lot of people, like celebrities.
That's the amount of people that follow them.
That's true.
I see like a celebrity, they follow 2 people, and then they're followed by like 4 million people.
Yeah.
Like I try to follow everyone that follows me back. But like if it's like someone I don't know that never posts and their like profile's like the white picture with the silver. Okay.
I post a lot. I've been posting a lot more. Keep my life updated. I post every Tuesday.
I went back and I just like archived a lot of memes because it started out as a meme page, but then I'm like, you know what, let's do life stuff. But then I like after a few days, if it's just some stupid thing, I just archive it.
I've been thinking about trying to create a random page. I just post a bunch of stuff, or you got some pages that it's like daily there. It's like day one and post the same thing, but somehow they get a lot of clout from that. I'm like,
you have to buy followers, and I don't know how they do that, but I was like, I would buy followers.
Yeah.
But then like that messes with the algorithm.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
My account is public now, so I can actually see what people look at my posts. I think so.
Yeah, I went up.
One reel I posted about Rob Miller, it got like 760 views on that thing.
Yeah, I get stuff like crazy views. I'm like, who's watching this? Yeah. Why? Like, whenever I scroll, I never see like people's homemade videos. I only see the like hundreds of thousands of liked videos. So where are you people seeing my stuff? Or I don't know. I did go on private for a while because I had a job and the application says just social media. I was like, nope.
My job doesn't usually check it a whole lot. And if they do, I don't post anything stupid because my mom has it. I don't. Like, I ain't going to do that.
I kind of feel weird posting guns, but it's America.
Well, you got to be careful because they'll try to demonetize.
This is Oklahoma.
They say it's violent.
They've never, okay, I think I was shadow banned once.
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll shadow ban you.
TikTok, yeah, they deleted all my gun
I've seen on YouTube straight like illegal things. I'm like, you dummy. Like this dude, he put a vertical grip, which is illegal to have on your gun, a vertical grip and a switch on his Glock. Okay, I was like, there's like 2 crimes right there that you just filmed yourself. Are you this stupid? Because now the ATF is going to trace this video and be on your doorstep.
We had Vivek Ramaswamy as FBI and ATF director. Or interim ATF.
I hate it when people put like freaking drum mags. I'm like, this ain't COD, bro. This ain't COD where I need a whole drum mag just to like delete someone's 2 plates. Or like delete 2 out of 3 plates that someone has. No, you just need 1 bullet straight to the head. Like I can low-key get away with not even having a full Glock mag. I could probably have there's not gonna be a scenario. Even as a cop, there's not gonna be a scenario we're gonna need to discharge all rounds.
I see
if you're in a shootout with someone, as a cop, that's why they have mass capacities because both parties will be undercover.
They unloaded,
but in a self-defense perspective, you're not gonna need all those rounds because chances are you'll have no cover and you'll be like probably like pretty much no cover and you'll be right in front of them, and that's when you would need it. It's like generally you're not gonna need all.
My 1911, it's like
7 rounds.
8, yeah, it's not a lot.
8 rounds, 7 in the mag, 1 in the chamber.
I wish there was more. And I wish ammo
You
was
can
so
get an
expensive.
extended mag for those. There's two different models because there's the actual 1911 version, and you can tell because the trigger is different and the hammer's also different. And then there's like the 2011 version where it's more of a square trigger, and the hammer's also more different, so it looks newer, and you can get extended mags for that one.
Yeah, mine's brand new. I don't know. It's a Italian company, but my bolt action, it's 8mm bolt action like rifle rounds, and it's like I had to buy it online from like the Czech Republic or something. This is bull crap. It was fun though. My bolt action was fun.
Yeah,
my AK is fun. It's I shot my first shotgun yesterday. That was crazy. He said you have it to your side, so like all
don't do something dumb. I've seen videos of
because I was like, I didn't know you're supposed to. You're not. I mean, it's not like a normal rifle where you do this. You like hold it here.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Chicken wing. That's what they do. Is if it's a higher caliber, you chicken wing it to help with recoil.
Yeah, like let all the recoil go out to your arm.
And many people, like, you'll see a picture of someone chicken wing an AR, and then many people will be like, "Why is he chicken wing?" People are like, "Well, because you're taught to chicken wing every gun, generally that you fire, unless it's a pistol. You don't chicken wing a pistol."
Yeah, and I hold it like this, and they're like, you need to like bring it back and straighten your shoulders.
I know for like pistols, generally you'll you'll hold it out like this, and then if you need to like aim, you can kind of like hold it more like this. That's for aiming.
Yeah.
Law enforcement will also do this because they'll have it one-handed because they'll like need to have one hand free, so they'll kind of aim.
The guy
like
I went
this.
shooting with, he held his hand
switch,
out.
They'll switch hands occasionally, and then a lot of times they'll hold it here because so they can aim and make sure they shoot the target dead on. You know?
I couldn't imagine like dead on one hitting a guy with a pistol. Because like this dude, he had his pistol and he like holding up his arm.
Why?
As like
I've seen this like even. This is unorthodox. I've seen even this.
Yeah.
That is not a common way to shoot. I think it is a stance, but it is very uncommon.
I would never like in this guy. He was like shooting his like World War II German pistol. He's like choo choo choo. I'm like, nope, I couldn't do that with my neck.
If it was a German pistol, then possibly, because some of the German pistols were chambered at a very low caliber.
Yeah, it was like a small little.
Yeah, if it's a compact pistol, then generally
9mm.
It's chambered in such a small round, and the way it's designed is to basically mitigate so much recoil that you can, because it was designed to pretty much as like a pocket weapon. It's essentially used as like last ditch effort in a CQC environment. It's last ditch effort. You have nothing else.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, I went to a gun show, that big one at the Tulsa Fairgrounds last year, and I should have bought the LMG. Like World War II belt-fed machine gun. It was a replica, so it was cheaper, but like that'd been so cool. Just I mean, it would have been slower, but
I've seen videos of people who own NG42s that actually work.
I mean, but like so expensive.
Yeah.
Like my AK, there was a Serbian one. It's like 1,000 or 900 something. My AK, I had like 800. 1911, 400. I could find a 1911 under like 1,000. It's ridiculous.
I'd definitely get an AR. What I would have is I'd probably have an AR-15 with probably either an ACOG or LPVL sight on it. I'll probably have like a suppressor, maybe a laser on it, an angled grip, you know, and I'll probably have like, you know, kind of it decked out, and then my general carry weapon would probably be a Glock. People put sights on their Glock a lot. You know, a lot. That's what comes for law enforcement who use their guns more. You know, I mean, you can. It's very uncommon because I mean, it's not really useful. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't even put a suppressor on mine.
I thought about concealed carrying, but it's like anywhere I go is a public place or government place, so you're not allowed to bring one.
Yeah, in public, I think you are.
But, well, certain places. But then my friends are like, you just don't tell anyone.
Oklahoma is an open carry state, meaning unless it's private property and strictly has a sign that prohibits that, I could go out on the street and open carry a rifle.
Yeah.
Now, it's not.
I mean, I would never do that, but I like having the option to.
I think you have to have your ammo stored separately because it's not wise to carry it. People are like, oh, I can do this. I'm like, yeah, just because you can. I'm like, don't be surprised when you get stopped by 15 officers and have guns drawn on you. Because nothing good is coming out if you're open carrying a rifle.
Like, I saw this video. This dude goes into a public park, open carrying an AR, and like a bunch of cops pull guns on. I was like,
the whole point of that law was it was more as like a petty law that they passed. I'm guessing during trying to like mitigate gun control.
Yeah.
It was more of a law they just passed just to be like, hey, we have the right to bear arms, so we were going to do this, but it's not wise because it's like nothing good.
It's not wise, but I like having the option to.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never open carry ever, but I'd like to have the option to.
Because in Oklahoma, you don't need a license to conceal carry.
I watched, like, go to Walmart. There's a dude with a rifle strapped to his chest. I'm like, okay, that's stupid, and I wouldn't do that. But sure. But going to like a protest or something, or like a rally.
Yeah. I wouldn't go to a protest with that because a lot of officers are going to be on edge, and if they see that, it's going to escalate.
I mean, everyone else is. If you're the only one who's not, if you're the one who is, then
if I was at a protest, I'd probably conceal carry and not open carry because someone might try to grab. If I'm open carrying, someone might try to grab that and then shoot up one of the officers, and then bam, because it's registered in your name, you are.
None of mine are registered my name.
Yeah, which is why
because it would take too long for the background check.
Which is why conceal carry. There's certain ways to do it. So I looked at some tactics. So I actually have an airsoft gun that has a concealed carry holster. So I carry that to my friend's church because his dad's a pastor and he doesn't carry, you know. So the way I have it is I have it offset, the clip offset. So because it's a 1911 airsoft gun, it has an extended mag. So the way it is because if I have it like here straight, the mag will poke out. So I have it offset at an angle. So instead of having it straight like here, it's at an angle so the mag can actually fit there because it's such a bulky pistol. I
don't like pistols that like the bottom of it like doesn't, it like stops here. I want it to like come out. I want it to go past my like these small. I go to Academy and you see like this small little thing.
Yeah, I carry a Glock 19, one that has like a longer grip on it just for comfort and things.
I like a revolver. I shot my dad's. I like it. Dude, I played a lot of Red Dead.
Revolvers are outdated because they carry such a large. Most of them are usually it's like 38 special, 44 Magnum, 357. Usually large calibers, so it's like pretty.
Snub noses are cool, but I like the full like silver wooden handle.
It's pretty impractical nowadays because we managed to get it to smaller calibers, and it's cool. It's like they're very hard to conceal carry because most of them don't technically have a safety in them. The safety is the hammer.
Yes.
The safety is the hammer. That's the 1911. If you look at it, it kind of has that built-in.
On the back.
It's a hand stop. It has two different types of safety. So
it's like push.
It has the external safety and then it has the hand safety. So if you disengage the hand safety or the external safety, you still have to press on it and then pull the trigger for it to work. That's why Glocks, they don't have an external safety because the way their triggers is it's built to where it has this thing so you have to press that and then pull the trigger. I
shot several weeks ago this pistol and you have to like pull the trigger all the way back and then some, and I'm like, I don't know about that one.
Like Glocks are generally you press it, they have like the little thing on there, you'll see it because it looks weird. You have to press it and then pull it back. That's the only way the Glock will work.
Yeah. My last two gun purchases were impulse buys. I probably shouldn't have bought them, but I mean, where was I going to find them cheaper?
Fair.
Like, I mean, my dream gun is an SA-80. Full pump.
Full pump, yeah.
Rifle. What's up?
How much longer you doing?
I guess less than 10 minutes. Keep it under an hour.
Over here. I'm probably going to play piano for a minute or something, man. Hey. Alright.
Does your laptop die?
Maybe. Oof. Oh well. I have that one still.
Yeah.
You want them to see your dog?
No. Who's them? No one watches this.
What's your name?
Micah.
Micah?
Yep.
Good biblical name. I like that.
Yep.
The prophet. Did you know that?
Yeah. Maybe.
Took a little longer to answer that.
I don't
It
know.
was a pretty long, yeah.
Alright, I'll be inside. Because I don't want to go home and come back and meet you.
No, yeah, we should keep this under an hour.
Whenever you're done, call me.
Okay. Anytime I hear Micah, I just think
Yeah.
Micah from Red Dead.
Yeah, some people I know they carry lasers on their guns. Like you'll see some people they really deck out their pistol. I'm like, that's good and all, but the only reason like every law enforcement pistol will generally have a flashlight underneath because they actually need that. You know,
Yeah, I don't
it's a
know.
lot better because they have a free hand. Because with the light under their gun, they have a free hand in case they need to open the door or do.
I don't know how to mod mine. I don't think I can mod a 1911.
1911.
Like with a laser or a
You can.
flashlight.
I know there's certain attachments you can get where you put underneath it to where it like can put a rail. So where you have to put an attachment on there, I have to have a pick and tee rail somewhere on there. So you can. There's certain things you can put on there.
I mean, the first thing I would do though is I want to put an iron sight on my bolt action. That's the first.
Does it not have one?
No.
What type of sight does it have?
It came like sporterized. I bought it at the big.
Oh, so it has
shop.
an optic on it already?
It has nothing. There's holes where a scope used to be,
Ah.
and then they rubberized the bump stock, the stock, and they whatever.
You can generally find some iron sights or something.
I'm gonna unsporterize it.
My AR-15 would generally consist of like a good zoom optic on it, and
like
then
what time scope or
probably not too much because it's not like I'm going to be needing to shoot for far distances. If it's self-defense, probably something like I wouldn't even say a hollow. Honestly, holographic sight would be nice for up close, and then I would have maybe either canted iron sights or canted like a little red dot. Because if you do it like this, it basically you can tilt it like this, and it makes it a lot better.
I like my cousin's laser sight. The flashlight, and
then I know a good brand of laser that I actually had. It's just like $30.
That's
It's a solo fish. It has a laser and a flashlight built in it. You can put on your pistol, rifle. It is great. Like the laser is very bright. If you turn on the lights off, you can see the beam. The flashlight's really bright. It has strobe. There's a strobe function on it, so and it's ambidextrous too. So it's like a really bright and good flashlight overall.
That's good.
I put that on my airsoft and it was useful. That thing you could see for miles.
Suppressors I like, but like the tax stamp and like $1,000 a suppressor, like
suppressors are good.
I don't need one.
The whole point of a suppressor is to hide a muzzle flash.
Yeah, and I'm just buying stuff for looks.
That's why they use the suppressor in warfare. Is because people are like, why are they using suppressors? I'm like, it's to hide the muzzle flash so they can't get shot at night. Because at night during warfare, the easiest way to give away your position, muzzle flash. They put suppressors on it because it hides the muzzle flash. Same with there's also flash hiders too, but suppressors work better because it. In fact, I've actually heard the suppressors used to get so hot. I actually heard a story where this guy went into like this off-road vehicle, and the bottom of it's plastic, and he had just fired a lot of rounds, and his suppressor, he touched the thing of it and melted the plastic, and his gun got stuck into the plastic because the suppressor was so hot. Which is why some people you'll see in warfare, they'll have a wrap suppressor so they can touch the suppressor without burning their skin.
Like actually wrapped, like in Call of Duty?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. The whole point of that is basically to protect the suppressor from getting hot. It's also to protect it externally because a lot of people, when they set the rifle down, they forget that they just fired like probably several rounds, so they'll forget. They'll set it up somewhere and then they'll like accidentally touch their leg with the suppressor and it'll burn straight through. So they'll wrap it around. So it was actually, the whole point of that was for military dogs. So when people had their military dogs, sometimes the suppressor would burn the skin of the dog when they would carry it. So they started wrapping it so it would protect both the handler and the dog. That's the whole reason why they would wrap the suppressor, is to protect, because it's like when you're after a firefight, you rest and you're not going to be thinking about anything. So the last thing you want to do is set it somewhere, you set it across your lap, burns your skin, and then you have a burn. That's why they wrap it, is for that strict purpose, is because it's hot. Because it collects all the gas.
Have you been to the Shields gun store yet?
Yes, I have.
I saw that they're hiring in the gun sales department. I'm like, all right, when I get back from my summer job, I'm gonna apply. But then you went to Academy like on Saturday to buy ammo, and I had no idea what I was asking for. Like, I need 1911 ammo.
1911 is 45
AK ammo, and then he's like, all right, what kind of 1911? I was like,
say 45, because 1911s majority I think there is one that is a special one that's chainmail in 38 special, but if it's a true 1911, it's going to be chainmail in 45 ACP. So ask for 45 ACP. Now you might ask what grain level. There's high grain, low grain. Just ask for
my dad, he told me everything.
Just ask for your standard. I guess just ask for maybe I don't know, just ask for a full metal jacket. Just ask for full metal jacket, 45 ACP. It's gonna be a lot cheaper. because hollow point and RFP rounds, they're more designed to like spread on impact. So those are more for self-defense rounds. If you shoot someone, they're gonna stay down because it goes and it spreads out like that, like a crown. And generally, you're not gonna ever need those.
And then I was like, I need AK round, and that was 7.62 by like 30.
7.62s are stupid because they have like 15 billion different. Your standard NATO rounds for like an AR they're always going to be like 5.56. 7.62s are stupid because they have like 15 different variants. They have like 7.62 by 30, 7.62 by like 35, and it's like just stupid. And then you got your special rounds like 300 blackout, and I'm like, I hate 7.62 rounds so much because there's so many of them.
I was loading it, and my friend's like, I was loading my bolt action. He's like, why is it green tipped? Is it a tracer? Like, no, it's not.
Green tip is not tracer. I forgot what green tip is. I think green tip is soft skin penetration. I think green tip is for like soft targets.
Yeah, like whenever my dad goes deer hunting, I always see he uses like
green tip is for soft targets. It's just to penetrate because the pointier the bullet, the armor piercing rounds, they always have a pointier tip because the point of it weaves through the threads. So that's what it's for. And then your green tips are more flat, so they're more for soft skin targets.
What kind of I forgot what ammo. Dragon's Breath. This guy's like, I don't know if I'm allowed to shoot this here, like legally.
I think in some states it's really weird because it can be considered almost an incendiary device. I think because it shoots magnesium pellets.
I mean, on your own property, of course, you can.
You can still get in trouble for that if you start a fire.
Yeah, but I'm like, this is a shooting range. We rented a stall. I don't know.
You probably shouldn't then, because it's magnesium pellets will get on you for that.
7.6.
AKs are usually chambered in 7.62. Most of them are going to be chambered differently.
That one was fun. My AK, it's because I was like, can I rapid fire? And she's like, yeah. Some places don't allow that.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, I'm just like,
yeah, a lot of people don't do that because it's a safety hazard because
you just climb.
Yeah, if you're not careful. I've seen a lot of times where the dude, he'll bump trigger it. So he'll like be shooting like a revolver for the first time, and he'll shoot it, and he'll come back.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, you idiot.
That's you got to be careful on is because if you're doing that, you could easily bump trigger and shoot someone else or shoot yourself. It's more because if you're not careful, it'll go before you know it.
I'm just like, I was like, I wish I could auto this so bad, and I know I could just.
You can get a binary trigger, or there is a certain trigger I think that's still legal that you can technically.
But I mean, it's the you can part. It's just the tax stamp and the permits, and it's just like they want to bankrupt
us. If you're gonna want to do that, then maybe you could do it in a burst setting. That's what I prefer. Is burst settings are better. It helps.
It like goes through ammo so
bursts are better because you can sit there. It's less recoil because it's in burst, so it's better recoil management, and you can actually control where you're aiming. So instead of letting out like half your magazine on one area when you're trying to correct it, you can just fire burst, re-aim, fire another burst, and you can aim better.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't like burst.
I was like doing this, but then I brought it down here, and it's just like, that was fun. But I don't know. I don't know if I have a scope for that or a sight for that, and it's like this one you can change, like the two sides you push down and up, and then the thing like raises.
I absolutely hate 50 cal snipers because the whole point of 50 cal was for machine guns, and the dude who invented it, all he did was slap the sniper scope on top of his machine gun and snipe people. So people were like, hey, let's make a 50 cal sniper. The only reason you would use a 50 cal sniper is if I'm trying to shoot someone through a building. Let's say I know I have intelligence that they're in this building, but I can't eliminate them without, like, let's say it's one of those, I need to eliminate a target piece in a building because it's literally, 50 cal is anti-material. It's designed to penetrate heavy armor and penetrate through materials. It is not, like, I've heard of 50 cal bullet, if it whizzes right by you, it can actually tear your arm off. That's how powerful it is.
That sounds right.
A lot of people prefer, and it's loud, bulky, heavy.
I wouldn't want to shoot one.
People prefer using like every military marksman, they prefer using like 7.62s or some kind of different caliber because it's better, less recoil, and less bulk. 50 cals are only reason why they're on machine guns is because they're good for armor penetration. Like 50 cals as a sniper, the only reason you would do someone if you're trying to shoot someone through an armored vehicle and you have a clean, and you know of a spot. That's the only reason you would use a 50 cal.
I just want cheap, good ammo that won't destroy my gun for shooting targets. Like,
well, no, any ammo won't destroy your gun unless you put the wrong ammo in.
Yeah, or if it's like homemade sketchy
Mhm.
stuff. I was talking to this guy. He's like, "Yeah, stay away from Turkish ammo." I was like,
Don't make your
I
own.
wasn't gonna buy Turkish
People
ammo.
sometimes make their own ammo, but they usually know what they're doing.
Yeah, the guy I went shoot with him and his grandkids, and he's like, "Yeah, I save all the brass ones, so I redo it myself." I'm like, oh wow. His kids or his grandkids, I went shooting with them, and I gave the kid my AK, and that was scary because he just like click 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 click. No, like dude, no. But then he like whenever he had his AR, like the grandkids, they had like ARs with scopes, and they were new and like suppressors, and it was like birthday presents.
Yeah.
His kids are like 12.
I'd rather do 5.56 because I like 5.56 better because it's a good caliber. It's a very common caliber in every AR-15.
Yeah.
So it's like with airsofting. So with airsofting, they always say get an AR and AK platform because the magazines are universal, and majority of people will be carrying that. If you get something like a P90, no one's gonna have a spare mag if you run out of ammo.
Dude, I want a P90, but dude, we have to get the ammo prices down.
Yeah, that's why my airsoft gun. It's basically like an AR platform because the magazines are universal and you can buy them like a whole lot cheaper. You can buy a whole bunch of them, like cheap ones that work. So it's like it's similar with that. If you're gonna go to the range, you probably want to get something that has like good universal stuff.
Do you go like the professional airsoft stuff? Or
I
is it just you and the guys?
Usually just guys. Sometimes we go to the place, but we have to pay every time, so we don't usually do that. But usually we'll just go on it. Usually we just carry it around in a forest or something at night over the winter. I'll have like my flashlight and stuff. We'll just carry it because like we'll hear some stuff in the bushes, so we'll like shoot through the bushes. We'll like think, whoa, there's something over there. My friend kept seeing like green eyes, and I have like night vision, so I can flip the night vision and look through there. So we're like full tacked out. I have my vest on with
that picture. Like that is a dope picture.
Yes, I have like my flashlight on. I have like my exterior holster with my gun there. I have my laser on my rifle. I have like my optic on it. I have a sling on mine, so I can sling it, and then I have a helmet with night vision and a flashlight on the side. So it's a whole load that I have. I'm thinking about selling some of it because I don't really do much with it anymore. Thinking about selling some of the things, but I don't know.
I know a guy. I know some people that airsoft.
Yeah.
And they like go to the places and they do this. I like watch the videos of like the guy professionally that does it. And he has like that full auto one and like immediately gets people out.
Yeah, mine is. Most airsoft guys are full auto. Mine's full auto. Has full auto semi. Mine's full auto.
I had the cheap full auto one, so they broke like immediately.
Yeah, mine is pretty good. Mine's powerful too because like I shot out a sign and it dented this little sign.
It went through the sign.
No, I didn't. It just bent it.
Like a street sign.
Yeah, or it was like a trail marker. I shot at the trail marker and things.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's a good hour, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.